What is going on, fellow fans of Clash of Clans? It is your host Galadon, and I've got a problem. I'm addicted to friendly challenges. All right, so yeah, it's been crazy, you guys. I don't know. I've been playing friendlies like nonstop, and this episode we're talking about nonstop 3-star wins with friendly challenges. It's been a lot of fun testing out different players' bases, and we're seeing some strengths and weaknesses of different layouts. And of course, well, a lot of this comes down to the fact that I will have to admit this. Builder Hall 7 troops against primarily Builder Hall 6 defenses, it's just not a fair fight, okay? And again, I realize that a lot of people are complaining it's kind of a pay-to-win type situation. No way you could have maxed out your defenses at Builder Hall 7 right now, and it's absolutely true. I agree with you guys, but you know, it's like the other Clash updates, the home village updates. You have to grow into it over time. Not everybody is obsessed with being at the top of the leaderboards, just certain people in clans with the initials FNA, but I'm not everybody, okay? So obviously, we're still having fun, and there's a lot of growth to happen here. Obviously, players are working their way through Builder Hall 5, Builder Hall 6. It looks like the really devoted free-to-play players are still in Builder Hall 6, even if they've been super active, probably not even getting to 7, although we might see maybe a few start to hit 7 if they go without upgrading walls, like we see a lot of guys from FNA doing. And the walls, though, kind of costly against these ground attacks, okay? The ground attacks, the Barbarian Rush, whatever you want to call it, Bombarch, these guys are just annihilating these lower level walls. The bombers, I'm telling you right now, if you don't have maxed out bombers and you're going up against maxed out walls, it is a bad situation for the attacker. And I realize that, and I've seen that just based upon the friendlies that I'm defending in my clan. So we're taking a look primarily at the attack strategy that I've been using. Barbarians, one camp of cannon carts and one camp of bombers. And right here, check it out, end of the attack, all 4 bombers and both cannon carts were still up. That is a good sign. So let's just break it down and check out this base. It looks like a giant robot standing there with really long arms. Anyway, so fundamentals right here. Dropping the barbs to spring the traps, dropping the bombers to get the outer layer of walls open, coming in at an angle to avoid those crushers, and then sending in the cannon carts and the battle machine. There's really not a lot else to it at this point, although obviously facing maxed out defenses, it's not nearly the cakewalk that you're going to see right here as they just melt their way through the core of this base. Also, other villages going up against one of the crushers is not always a bad thing if you can get the cannons to focus on the crusher. You need to get those cannons in to take out at least one of the crushers before the battle machine and or the barbarians get there, because as you can see right here, bad news for the battle machine when he faces a crusher, especially compounded with a few other defenses and of course the giant cannon. Once again though, right here, 2 cannon carts, 4 bombers up at the very end, and you can really gauge your success. You've got to keep those guys alive and awake. Okay, now here are some Builder Hall 7 defenses, but check out the barbarians protecting those bombers, perfectly placed if I do say so myself. They wipe out the first layer of walls, in comes the battle machine. Notice my carts, the cannons are trying to get right after the crusher, and they are going to work their way in there, but of course not immediately. So there we go. All right, so now the cannons come in, they take out the crusher, and then comes this giant tsunami of barbarians, timing it so that as soon as the crusher goes down, the barbs come in and just wash across the base. Get it? Tsunami? Wash? All right. So anyway, the barbarians on their way. The cannons even taking out the far crusher now, and look at the timing. Just perfectly taking out the last crusher before the barbs move in, and that is the difference right there between a 2 and a 3-star win. The last cannon gonna pull the heroics, just barely gets the double cannon out of the way, and now no defenses left, and this base is RIP. Is any base safe? No, it is not. And that's the thing, you guys. Whether it's Night Witches, or barbarians, archers, or dropships, minions, even dragons. There are so many different ways to take down a base, and with the friendly challenges, so far I haven't seen a huge change in the meta as far as like bases and people getting 3-starred way too much. That is one thing that a lot of people were worried about, so we are keeping an eye on that. And obviously, like I've said over and over again in the past, you guys, if we start to see a ton of 3-star draws, then expect major changes. But for now, the only balance changes we saw come in were just some minor corrections to troop pathing to make sure that the Crusher is actually not hitting through a wall. You guys might have seen that, just so you know, that was fixed. There was a maintenance on a Thursday morning that fixed that. And then, of course, there's this problem with the timer with this new event where the timers are reset to 8 hours. That should pretty much be fixed for everybody by now, because for the next few days, your timers will reset to 8 hours. And even though they were longer than that in the beginning, it was a visual bug. And now, hopefully, let me know in the comments, hopefully everybody's timers are working and showing the correct amount of time left until reset. A lot of people in FNA are really using this time to accelerate their progress through Builder Hall 7 right now. You've got to get out there and attack every 8 hours if you can. I mean, time it around your sleep schedule if you're dedicated, but make sure you get those attacks in, because that is huge. Triple loot, basically, just about triple loot for the next 6 days or so. And there is another 3-star. Man, if I could only 3 like this in actual battle. And of course, the reason that I'm not is because I'm facing mostly maxed out Builder Hall 7s now at the top 50 or so in global. Almost everybody is completely maxed out. And that's where I just wanted to touch on this subject one more time. You guys who are Builder Hall 4s who are facing 5s, 5s facing 6s, 6 facing 7s, 7s facing 8s, that, okay, then you're hackers. But no, if you're facing guys that are higher Builder Hall level than you, it is a compliment, okay? It means that you're better than the average player, and you're probably better than your opponent because you've got more trophies, or he has about the same number of trophies as you, even though he's a Builder Hall level higher. So yes, it's super frustrating. No, there isn't really a way around it other than dropping in trophies, whether intentionally or not. But yeah, so that's just going to be the way things are. It's the same way in Clash Royale. Any elo, any trophy ranking setup like this, you're going to see that if you're better than the average player, you will be facing players that have better stuff than you do. All right, so in this attack against Base Master's base, I went ahead and held off on the battle machine for as long as I could. I thought for a minute that I was going to 3-star his base without using the battle machine, but I needed him at the last second. So we're going to go ahead and drop the battle machine at the bottom here, away from the defenses. And he works his way through the lower level walls, and he's going to wipe out the rest of this base. So yes, I'm having way too much fun, you guys. In fact, I don't even know if I have time to make videos because I'm too busy doing friendly battles. It is a lot of fun, and I definitely plan on doing it on my other accounts as well. Let's check out one more. This was just, I wanted to show this right here. The spring traps all going off. I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know. I found that entertaining. Maybe I'm easily entertained. I apologize. Okay, here we go. One more example of Builder Hall 7 troops over 6 defenses. And yes, I admit it. Okay, but this is just so I could show that. Okay, that's the only reason I did this, was just so I could pull out the DBDS alert one more time and try Dirty Baby Dragon spam on Base Master's base. Now, obviously, I would never do this in an actual battle because, no, I'm kidding. Actually, it's actually not that bad of an attack. It makes sense. If you've got high-level dragons, use them. And if you're not just shooting for a high percentage 1-star anymore, then I think it's pretty respectable. And in this case, the baby dragons pretty much crushed Base Master's base. So he's got the giant cannon, but most of his defenses have not upgraded to level 7 yet, and you can see these baby dragons absolutely annihilating everything. In fact, that baby dragon on the left finishing off the Crusher, just about gonna do it right here. As they're working their way in goes the roaster, out goes the Builder Hall, and all that's left is the double cannon. So we're basically swagging the battle machine and tripling with just dragons and nothing else. But hey, it is a friendly battle, and that's all that matters. So let me know what you guys think. Are you enjoying the friendly battles? Do they make the game experience better for you guys? What strategies are you using? Would you like to see leagues, tournaments, live streams, competitions where you guys could join, troll bases? You'll notice there isn't a 24-hour cooldown. So let me know, leave your comments down below, subscribe, have a great day, be kind to one another, and of course come back again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, come on! Peter versus Galadon. Come and take me, Gally. I mean, take me on, not take. That sounded wrong.